Hello students, in the present video I am going to explain you that how to draw an epicycloid. Previous video we have seen about that for drawing the cycloid when a generating circle is made to rotate for one revolution on a directing line. But here we are about to be seeing that the generating circle is about to rotate on the directing circle. So then we are about to go ahead for tracing the curve. So that curve whichever we are about to trace the point, by tracing the point, we generally say the curve generated is an epicycloid. So when a generating circle is rotating on the outside of the directing circle, the curve we name it as, the curve that what we obtain, we name it as epicycloid. And when the generating circle is rotating inside the directing circle, then the curve generated, we name it as hypocycloid. So the thing is that how do we need to identify, as explained to you in the presentation. Once again I am repeating it here in this video also. If we go through with the question, it is mentioned as draw a curve generated by a circle of diameter 60 mm which rolls outside the circle of 180 mm diameter. So here it is just you need to identify that the question, in the question itself only it is mentioned which rolls outside. It means that the generating circle which is made to rotate outside the another circle of 180 mm diameter. So that is the one, that whatever the curve we are about to going for tracing out is the epicycloid curve. So right now let us go ahead for seeing this one for the tracing of the epicycloid. So first for us the given data is, we shall just mention it. So what it is given for us, as according to the question, it is given that the diameter of generating circle is equals to 60 mm. Then what would be the radius? Radius of generating circle is equals to 30 mm. And meanwhile, diameter of directing circle it is given around 180 mm. The radius is 90 mm. So as of the thing that in order to trace out the curve we require a particular angle. Means as of the thing that the curve traced will be, might be of the two times it may trace for one revolution or two revolutions. So the thing is that based on the diameter and based on the diameter of the generating circle and the directing circle, so that at what angle it will be, at what angular dimensions of that one the curve is traced out, we are going to identify it. So that is the one. It is been asked for us to trace out the curve only for one revolution. So we need to capture and we need to draw the epicycloid only for one revolution only. So here that for one complete revolution how much it is about to be, we are about to find out. At what angle it is about to be traced out, we are finding that. So it is to be find out by taking that theta is equals to radius of generating circle, I am mentioning it as GC, and by radius of directing circle, that into 360 degrees. So that is the one that what we are about to be multiplying and we are about to find out the angle. So the radius is around like 30 mm by 90 mm into 360 degrees. So 30 ones are 3s are 3s. So it will be around like 120 degrees. Whereas the theta is around 120 degrees. So whatever we are about to go ahead for finding out for the tracing of the curve is around like 120 degrees. Now let us go ahead for the construction of the epicycloid. So previously I have explained you that how do we go ahead for what angle the epicycloid curve is traced out. That I have explained you through this problematic analysis, and now I am going to go ahead for the construction. Now take the compass with 2H pencil fixed to it, and given the radius of directing circle is around 90 mm, measure the radius of 90 mm length. Now mark a point O on the drawing sheet with O as a center. Draw the circle. Initially, first we are drawing the radius of the directing circle, which is around like 90 mm. So this should be drawn with 2H pencil only. Now, next we need to go ahead for the construction of the generating circle. So before construction of the generating circle, from O, draw a vertical line. Draw a vertical line touching the circle point. Marking the point where it is touching, mark the point as P. Mark the point as P. Now, given with the radius of the generating circle, it is given around like 30 mm radius. I am measuring 30 mm radius using compass. With O as a center, P as a center, draw an arc here and extend the line from P. Extend the line from P such that where it touches, mark that point as C. This is the center point of the generating circle. Now CP length, C as a center, draw a circle. CP length, C as a center, draw a circle. Now I'll go ahead for representation of the nomenclature for your understanding. So this circle we generally say it as directing circle, and this circle we generally say it as generating circle. Do not mention these things in your drawing sheet. This is only for your understanding purpose what I am explaining it to you. Okay. Now, over from the point that as the thing that we have to divide the generating circle into 12 equal divisions. So go ahead for dividing the circle into 12 equal divisions. Okay. Now, give the markings for the generating circle, the dimensions. Where the point P is there you give it as a point 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is what the numerical numbers what I have given it for the circle. Now, as of the thing that when the circle is proceeding in the clockwise direction, in the forward direction, so we are about to go ahead for tracing out the curve. So to what angle, for one complete revolution, to what angle the curve can be traced? That what we have done by finding out by this method. So it should be it is at an angle of 120 degrees. So where we have calculated based on the radius of generating circle and the radius of the directing circle, we have gone with the calculation. So as of the circle is around like 360 degrees. So for one complete revolution, it takes around an angle of 120 degrees. So right now, just using the pro circle, setting it to 0, measure an angle of 120 degrees. Set it to 0. Now O from here at an angle of 120 degrees. Now draw a line O from this point over here to this point. So this is what, at an angle of 120 degrees. In this curve we are at all about to go ahead for getting the curve. So just on part of this one you can further extend the line to still some more. You can extend the line to this some more. Okay. Now all we are at about to go ahead for tracing out the curve. So the thing is that first of all we need to do it by drawing the lines. As what the same procedure we have to go ahead for what we have done it in the cycloid. For the construction of the cycloid, here the same procedure we are at about to go ahead for doing the same method. So here this is the arc which we are at about to be going for generation of the curve. This is what our directing arc. It is a part of the directing circle. Now I am going to go ahead for using compass. First we are about to go ahead for drawing the locus of center, OC length, O as a center, draw a arc. So this is what about the locus of center that what we are at about to draw. So right now all over the part of the construction what we are going to do is to be drawn with 2H pencil, or else if not so you can also use 3H pencil. The entire presentation should be drawn with very light intensity only. Now next we are at all about to go ahead for dividing this locus of center into 12 parts. So that how we are at about to divide, just the thing is that it is given angle is around like 120 degrees. Now as what we have done in the case of the cycloid, for a circle we have divided it into 12 parts. Then afterwards we have divided a line also into 12 parts. Meanwhile here we are not having a directing line but we are having a directing arc. So therefore this arc is also to be divided into 12 equal parts. So as what we have done for the generating circle, we divided it into 12 parts. The same manner we need to divide for the directing arc also into 12 parts. So therefore 120 degrees divided by 12 parts. Each angle will be around like 10 degrees. Taking pro circle, set it to 0, take the divisions. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 and 120. So this is how what we have got it here. Now from the center O, joining these points from O, as what we have divided, what we have marked the points, from there draw the lines joining to the center. This is how. So now go ahead for marking the points. The lines what we have drawn it from the center O touching the locus of center. Mark the points as C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11 and this is C12. So right now over here we have divided. Now using the compass from each and every point of the circle of the generating circle, draw the, with O as the center, draw the arcs. Similarly, O2, O3, O4, and O5, and O6. So this is what from each and every point we have drawn the curves. So such that when you are drawing it from O1, so it touches the 11th point. When you are drawing it from O2, it touches the 10th point. When you are drawing from 3rd point, it touches the 9th. Similarly 4, it touches the 8th point. 5th, it touches the 7th point, and 6, it is about the 1. So now we are about to go ahead for now tracing out the curve. So now taking compass, CP length, CP length, now using C1 as a center. As now the circle is proceeding forward, we are about to trace the curve of the point P. C1 as a center, CP length, taking CP length over here, just let me mention it to you. CP length, C1 as a center, cut the arc. On the first arc, C2 length, C2 as a center, second arc, C3 as a center, third arc, C4 as a center, fourth arc, C5 as a center, fifth arc, C6 as a center, sixth arc, C7 as a center, seventh arc, C8 as a center, eighth arc, C9, ninth arc, C10, 10th arc, C11, 11th arc, and C12, 12th arc. Now, identifying the corresponding arcs over here. So this is the first arc. This is the first arc. I am marking it here. Second arc, where it is touching the respective arcs, we need to mark it. Now joining the corresponding arcs starting from the point P. This is how we are about to go ahead for tracing out the epicycloid curve. Once again I am showing it to you that how do we need to go ahead for drawing. The one which is about to be, this one should be dark. This is how what we are about to draw the epicycloid curve. And it is yet about to be go ahead for drawing the tangent now. So it is asked for us also to draw a tangent at a distance of 135 mm from the center of the directing circle. So now take the compass, measure the length of 135 mm. Measuring, this is the length of the 125 mm, now which I have measured. From the center of the directing circle, cut the arc on the epicycloid. So where it is touching, mark that point as M. This is the point, for me it is M. Now CP length, M as a center, cut an arc on the locus of center. Cut an arc on the locus of center. Now join, mark this point as M1, or else you can mark it as like P. Mark it as P. Now join O to P. Join O to P. So here the line which is about the point P where it is touching the directing arc, mark that point as N. Mark the point as N. So once again I am repeating, given draw a tangent at a distance of 135 mm from the center of the directing circle it is mentioned. So right now we are taking the length of 135 mm, O as the center, we are cutting an arc. On the epicycloid where it touches we mark it as M. After that we take the CP length, radius of the generating circle, M as the center, we cut an arc on the locus of center. That point we mark it as M. Afterwards we draw a line by joining OP. The line OP where it touches the directing circle, mark that point as N. Now join NM. Now join NM by using HB pencil and mark the drafter tightly and moving it to the point M. Moving it to the point M, draw a line perpendicular. Draw a line perpendicular. Marking this point as T, T dash. T, T dash. So this is what our, this other end you mark it as N dash. This is what our required normal and this is what our required tangent. So this is the one. How do we go ahead for the construction of the epicycloid? So students, just please watch the video once again if you have any doubts, and please do clarify your doubts and make sure of this one for the construction. Thank you.